Hello everyone, I am Jamie Francis Ramos, a third-year BSIT student from St. Louis College of San Fernando City, La Union. In this video, I am going to discuss screen subnet firewall configuration. First, what is a screen subnet? A screen subnet or triple home firewall refers to a network architecture where a single firewall is used with three network interfaces. Screen subnet is used in networks that have both public and private areas. A screen subnet lets users access the internet without exposing the local area network to internet-based cyber attacks or data breaches. Screen subnet uses three network interfaces. First interface is the public interface connected to the internet. Second interface connects to the demilitarized zone or DMZ to which hosted public services are attached. Third interface connects to the intranet to provide access to and from internal networks. The screen subnet's main purpose is to isolate a demilitarized zone or DMZ and its publicly accessible resources from an internal network to minimize possible attacks on the subnetwork. Screen subnet architecture. A screen subnet uses logically screening routers as a firewall to define three separate subnets. One is the external router that, as the name suggests, separates the external network from a perimeter network. Next, the internal router isolates the perimeter network from the internal network or intranet. These are the components that make up the architecture: perimeter network, bastion host, interior router, and exterior router. Perimeter network. This network sits between the external network and protected internal network. It shields systems from attackers by adding an additional layer of security between the two networks. So, if attackers break into the bastion host on the perimeter network, they can only snoop on traffic on that net. No internal traffic, which may be sensitive, proprietary, or business critical, passes over the perimeter net, thus shielding this traffic from attackers even if the bastion host is compromised. Bastion host. Bastion hosts act as a proxy servers for numerous services by running specialized proxy server software or standard servers for self-proxying protocols like Simple Mail Transfer Protocol. In the screen subnet architecture, bastion hosts are attached to the perimeter net. A host acts as a point of contact for incoming connections from the outside world, such as the internet. It handles outbound services from internal networks to internet services in two ways. These are the two ways to handle outbound services: packet filtering and proxy servers. Packet filtering on exterior and interior routers allows external services to directly access internal clients. Proxy servers can be set up to run on the bastion host. This allows internal clients to indirectly access external servers. Interior router, also known as a choke router. This router is responsible for protecting the internal network from the perimeter net and the internet. It performs most of the packet filtering for the firewall and some services from the internal net to access the internet. The interior router also allows services between the bastion host and internal net. However, this may not be same services that the interior router allows between the internet and the internal network. Exterior router, also known as an access router. The exterior router is responsible for protecting the internal net and perimeter net from the external internet. These routers do little packet filtering and allow almost everything outbound from the perimeter net. Also, the packet filtering rules to protect internal machines are usually the same on both internal and exterior routers. One important task of an exterior router is to shield any incoming packets from the internet that contain forged source addresses. Screen subnet architecture limitations. Despite its security advantages, a screen subnet architecture has some limitations. It is expensive to build and difficult to configure and maintain. For example, it can also be hard to troubleshoot if there are problems, and unresolved problems can open many security holes that lead to cyber attacks. Screen subnet firewall configurations. As shown in the illustration, a screen subnet firewall configuration basically consists of a subnet that is screened by a single home bastion host. The outer screening router has to make sure that all data pass an application gateway running on a bastion host. Consequently, the bastion host screens the subnet located between the outer and the inner screening router, and this screen subnet is sometimes also referred to as a demilitarized zone. Similar to the other configurations discussed thus far, the bastion host also can be replicated an arbitrary number of times in a screen subnet firewall configuration. This illustration shows a corresponding screen subnet firewall configuration with multiple bastion hosts. The big advantage of this configuration is that dedicated hosts can be used to provide specific services. The resulting separation of servers and services is an interesting feature from a security point of view. In summary, the screen subnet firewall configuration is flexible and provides a reasonable level of security. As such, it has been a preferred firewall configuration in the past. That's all, and thank you for watching.